TOP FM.
Thank you, Mr. Wulu. And now we are worldwide. If you're in Antarctica with an internet connection, you'll be able to see Mr. Alex Wulu with his mic on, a headset, and out of that. And you'll see me here sipping on my cold water. And Mr. George Numerelli about a kid dog. No. But anyways, good evening to you all. Like I said, I'm in the Commonwealth city of Fredericksburg in the state of Virginia. And weather-wise here, it has not been good. I think I need to stop talking about good weather, but because the last time I talked about having a good weather yesterday, on Saturday, it started raining from last night. Thunderstorm. And it has not stopped. Been nothing but heavy rain from last night up to now. It's still raining. It's not cool. The ground is going to get saturated with so much water, and drainages are going to overflow, and it could cause damage in other places. So we don't want that. We want the rain to stop. But that's what happened in my neck of the woods, and I hope yours is as beautiful as always been, and not like mine. It was raining and heavy, like I said. Mr. Newbetter, come to you. That happened in the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection.
Well, it's rain today, and I've not gone out with the exception of taking my trash to the curb or for the people to pick my trash up. I've been home since this morning.
Well, hold on. Your trash did on Tuesday?
Today I what?
This Monday.
I said this morning.
Oh, this morning. Okay.
Yeah, this morning.
I got the same trash there. I got trash. Mom trash this Tuesday.
Trash did that Monday.
Oh, okay.
So no, that's all I did today. Well, thank you for asking.
You're most welcome. We've been joined by one of our own, a fellow panelist, Mr. Joe Monju. Believe it, my man, I had to put spell that name in my hometown, Monju. Yeah. Mr. Joe Monju Cassell. Mr. Cassell, how is it going there in the West and in Nevada?
It's Kilohedia. It's very, very hot. You know, we live in the desert, so when we say hot, we're not talking about Virginia or Philadelphia heat.
Mm-hmm.
So when I say hot, the only person I understand it that George Famula. We live in the same desert terrain from Nevada straight to Arizona, Southern California. Yeah, but so far so good, man. When I saw the topic to be discussed, although I was pretty busy, but I said, no, I got to join it.
Yeah.
At least for an hour.
Yes. And we're glad to have you, sir. We're very, very glad to have you. Thanks for making up the time. Mr. Alexander Wulu, what's going on there in Zulu Whiskey? Talk to us. You see, oh, man, we got connection problem with Alex today again. Alex! He looks static, though. I don't think he's not moving. All right. Okay, so you're going to come back.
Yes, even in Monrovia, that's a problem. My wife called me. She calls me, and the signal drops. So I don't know what's. I think it's probably a national problem in Liberia.
Or it could be weather-wise. You know.
Yeah, because it's a rainstorm. I mean, as she was speaking to me, I could hear the rain in the background. You know, and she said, "Yeah, every day."
Yeah. Yeah, I think this time of the year for now, August or November, I think. When would you say it's a bit? Is it this time,
October.
Judgy?
October.
October.
Yes.
There you go. Yes, October.
But in the southeast, it still rain in November.
Yeah, that's true. You know. Yeah. But nothing is not even stable again because of the climate change. Even I don't believe in it, but hey, it is what it is. So let's start with this, guys. Mr. Nubo, you raised an issue. Even though I read it in the paper, I saw it, but I didn't really give it enough attention until you brought it to my mind. Then I saw it all in the media this morning. The ship. Ivan, how do you call it? Ivanson?
No, that's IB.
Yeah, IB something. Oh gosh.
4.
Okay. Talk to me about it, Judge. Let's get you started a topic on that because it seems really a bigger story right now.
I saw the stuff last night. I listened to it. It was around let me see if I can share my screen. Share screen. Do you see it?
Yeah, 1 second.
It's not working. Do you see it?
Yeah, it's on the screen now. Do you see it? Yeah, that's the video you sent to me.
Okay. And okay, it looks like I share the wrong screen.
Okay. Let me put this down.
Stop sharing and share it again. Okay, are you seeing it now? Okay. Yeah, this is what I sent you last night. Let's see. When you enlarge it started from Guinea-Bissau. And it was in Sierra Leone for some time. And then it came closer to Rawalsport. And when the noise started last night, it started moving. And it passed. They put up Buchanan right here, and it was heading that way. That's why I say maybe it's heading for Greenville or Harper. But then this morning when I checked it, it is moving away from the coast of Liberia. So it looks like it is moving towards Ghana or Togo or what have you. So that's what I saw this morning. And there are people who said that when on the ship, they enter the ship And one guy said he entered a ship and he saw a pipe going down, and he saw gasoline on top of the water. But this ship, they call it dry bulk. So I don't think it is equipped to carry no gas. So to carry things like green, things like cement, where they will repackage the cement. And even if we are to repackage rice, we'll just dump the rice inside when it get to the destination, or the repackage the rice. That's the type of ship it is. It could be, or a dry bulk.
But let me ask you before I bring Monju in.
Yes.
If you watch the news today, the developing news, and I saw the video myself, I should have brought it. The Liberian government got the news how elite it was. They organized 2 Coast Guard boats, and they were sending those 2 boats with 15 men in total on those 2 boats to go inspect the boats. But now you're telling us, sorry, the ship rather, but you're telling us now that the ship is moving away from our coast. It's going into international waters.
I say, if you can see my mouse on the screen here, at the tip of that yellow arrow, that's the port of Buchanan. That's the port of Buchanan. There it was last night. So,
so it left Grand Cape Mount.
Yes, it left. So I don't know. If the Liberian government have met it, they were going to say, that we saw the boat, we boarded in, and this what happened, that's what happened. So no, they didn't.
The crew need to be arrested. That boat need to be taken into custody, because if that article you're referencing, Mr. Nubo, they said the guy who boarded that ship, go tell the people on the ship, said they were out of fuel. They need a fuel, and that's why they were parking there. Although they were docked there, not parking, using the right jargon. That's why they were docking there, because they were out of fuel. And now for them to be moving, I am shocked. I'm absolutely shocked. Bring it in.
Maybe they were saying, they got fuel. Maybe they were saying they got fuel. Yeah, but it moved. It's moving. Yeah, it's moving. And when you check the rear map, it will show you, currently, how many ships at the port of Monrovia, and give you all the good information. The last time I checked, it was 9 ships at the port of Monrovia. Basso, it was 7. Sino 0. Apple 0. Yep.
Yeah.
The thing that the government sent on the field, what is their report? I want to know what their report is. When they say the ship left.
Yeah, but any ship of that magnitude, there's no way they would tell you that they ran out of fuel. That's a lie, because they make sure that even with the fuel that is powering the ship, that they've got backup as well. So there's no way. It's not like somebody driving a car and you can say, "Oh, and I run out of gas." Or no. They calculate that thing. Everything is well calculated in terms of the distance you're going, and the resources you should have in terms of fuel. And they always have a massive reservoir, a massive, a backup of fuel, diesel fuel. So that's something they wanted to do. And apparently, you said they were coming from Guinea-Bissau, right?
Yeah, Guinea-Bissau, and they were around Freetown and Cape Town area.
Guinea-Bissau is a hot spot.
They did not anchor at any port now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just the fact that they're coming from that area.
Yes.
Those countries are cocaine hotspots, where they do their drop-offs. So.
And then when the news got hot, they started moving.
Yeah.
And maybe I believe that the Coast Guard, the Coast Guard, left today. And by that time, because I don't think they left yesterday, by that time, the people are already past Buchanan Port.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
go ahead, Moji. Go ahead. I don't want to overtalk you. Go ahead.
We got a lot of problems coming our way in terms of drugs coming to our country. It's something that we cannot do alone. The first thing what the government needs to do is to establish a permanent organized crime task force, have the LDEA, the LMP, the Liberian Immigration Services, Customs and Port Authorities. All those places be a part of it. And then we shouldn't stop there. We should also internationalize, we should go international, I'm sure maybe the government reach out to the UNODC, which is the United Nations Drug Agency. Reach out to Interpol, ECOWAS.
Well,
and other experienced foreign narcotics and financial, crime agency. Reach out to the drugs that come into Liberia, the cocaine. We all have established that it's bound for Europe. Reach out to Europol. So here's the situation, because data said it, they overwhelm. But what they're doing is they're coming up with new technology to identify, the containers with drugs and stuff like that. So, and that one thing about them, they're always trying to be a step ahead. But the drug traffickers are also sort of in partnership, because, not in partnership, but they see what the Europeans are doing, and they want to be one step ahead in terms of, smuggling their drugs. But yeah, we will be invaded from land, sea, and air. In Sierra Leone, I was reading that they even took the Sierra Leoneans woke up one morning, they saw a submarine on the beach. That submarine came straight from Latin America. They went into the submarine, they didn't see anybody. They were completely empty. The people took out some of the main components from the submarine. Can you imagine that?
Mm-hmm.
Africa, and then another thing we got to be careful with, I was looking at, you guys saw the Johnsonville container, right? They say that some foreigners came in there, Latin Americans, telling them they wanted to do business in the area.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But you notice the container that they left there, when they found that the Liberian government were putting, were on their trail, they had carved it. They were about to customize it.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that customization they were going to do was to make it a drug lab. In other words, why bring the drugs all the way from Latin America and, the Europeans, the Americans, and some of the African government, they own to you? Mm. Why not just, manufacture it right in Africa like they're doing in Nigeria? They just arrested some Mexicans, with their Nigerian partners. Those guys had a drug lab all the way in the bush in Nigeria. How do you call it? Methamphetamine.
Yeah, the meth lab.
Yeah. So when I saw that Johnsonville 44 container, first thinking of mine, I said, aha, okay. So they're ready to set up their drug lab. Because what they would do, they would grow the coca leaves. And I heard the coca leaves, they take no time to grow. They bring in their chemicals, turn it into cocaine and be shipping it right out of Liberia.
Yeah. Yeah, and just to add up to what you're saying, look how this guy, Mark Egon, I think that's his name, middle name. I can't pronounce it. Kuyu or whatever his last name is. If this ship leaves Liberia, we got to be ashamed of our security forces.
The ship is gone.
If the guys leave Liberia, we will be very ashamed of our security forces. What? I mean, what? Why are we paying it before?
Yeah.
Somebody got to question why we paying these people. Why? I mean, the fishermen notice a ship setting on your coast. The entire Liberian security apparatus had no idea it was there.
Yeah.
No, look, I'm telling you the truth. Before the guy even got into it, I saw the thing, Mr. Nuba. Like I said, I overlooked it. I thought one of these ships, like, they drifted off the course, and now they're stuck in low waters. That was the whole thing. I thought what I took it to be. I never connected it to the drug thing.
No. When I saw it, it was Setu Kanye who posted it. And then I went and did the research to say, a register under the flag of Comoro Island, and it was coming from Guinea-Bissau, go to how do you call it? Lomé. I think that's Lomé it was to go. And it been down there for over a week between Liberia and Sierra Leone.
This Echo guy asked for permit.
And
ship to dock.
And what somebody actually that Ronnie C on Spoon on his sister station that said that somebody from the security requested for permission for a ship to dock at the port of Monrovia because we were running out of gas. So that was sometime of the beginning of July. So I don't know, but when you look through the piece, it does not name the ship. So I don't know if it is the same ship.
It's the same ship. The same ship, same location, everything.
How you know it? The article does not name the ship.
No, it name the location.
Huh?
The one I'm talking about, not this one, not the from this Africa thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was some random video because people are complaining about it. People say, "Oh, we got ships sitting off the coast of Grand Cayman. We know what the ship is."
Everybody are confused about it.
The people are complaining about it.
Yeah.
And
It's all got ships sitting off the coast.
It took government 24 hours to respond.
To respond.
The, the problem is this is all new to the Liberian government. So
and Coast Guard supposed to have this software, maybe the minion version or the other version to pay for monthly. And they track all these ships.
But I mean, the takeaway here from this article for me is it shows the complete dysfunction, ineffectiveness of Liberia, the entire government. You arrested this guy. He is dismissed. Somewhere in the system, he has a permit request for a ship to dock. You want to tell me that did these people look all through this guy events? What he did leading up to his arrest?
I think he made a request before he was arrested.
That's what I'm saying. So they should have gone. They should have seen this.
Yeah, they should have seen it. They should have checked it out.
They should have checked it out.
Say, man, what was the ship you were talking about?
Plain and simple.
Yeah, but the government should have they should have arrested, the ship and brought all the crew members on ground.
How you go arrest a ship like that with canoe?
Man, you said they got Coast Guard?
Do they have ship?
You
are the same one talking about Coast Guard.
they have the name.
No, I think they got 2 speedboats.
They have the name because I didn't know about Coast Guard or during Ellen time. Brandon Samuka was not interested in Coast Guard and the Air Force. He was not interested in any of them.
Yeah.
So the 2 neighbors that they say have the capability, that's Sierra Leone and Guinea and Ivory Coast. They have the capability.
Yeah, but I just told you that the Sierra Leone, in the morning, the people in Sierra Leone woke up and they found a submarine docked on the beachhead. That submarine brought that so cocaine it brought. And nobody within the Sierra Leonean government know what it is and all that.
And submarine disappeared.
No, they abandoned it. Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. They abandoned it. So the Sierra Leone government, that a fisherman came and told it. Just like what happened in Liberia. Fisherman came and told the Liberian government. Told the Sierra Leone government. There's a big theme park on shore. They didn't know what it was.
That was a kamikaze trip.
Yeah. The Sierra Leone, they sent the people in there to inspect it. They couldn't find anything, but they noticed that the engine was gone. So they docked it and took the engine. And I'm sure they had the people to come taking all the cocaine. Because they're not trying in the United States, but the United States got a very effective Coast Guard, and they always, interdict them and intercept them.
Yeah.
The submarine thing is nothing new, in other words. Because I've been hearing that, I think, like 10 years ago. They tried it, and it was intercepted in Florida.
I'm sure they got very sophisticated ones now because, as you said, they've been in the American government been arresting those things a lot, from the cartels. But I want to do a quick introduction. We'll continue with the topic. Mr. Ware just joined the panel. He's not in studio today, so he's going to be on the panel desk. So, Mr. Ware, welcome to the show. You're muted.
Right.
Oh man, your thing is your connection.
Maybe let's go to Claudia.
Say something again.
To every one of you.
No. Go come back.
No.
Go come back. Go come back.
Go come back.
Go come back. Yes. Claudia, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
I'm fine, thank you. I know you can get me loud and clear.
I can get you very loud. No, you're not sounding like Chris. You're good.
Today I'm ready for the program, so I got a good phone tonight.
Okay. That's what I heard when you came last night. What you said, but I'm going to hear it again when you left. I don't know.
No. Last night the weather. I live alongside the beach,
okay.
So the weather was really bad last night.
Got you. All right. Well, good to have you, and we're looking forward to your active participation here. So we're talking about the issue of drugs in the country, and the ship that was off the coast of Grand Cape Mount, according to the oh man, help me with the term here. The term. Anyway, the
security.
The what?
The national security or
no, the one you just showed us, the map you just showed us. That's a term for that. How to call it, man? The navigational map in the Mr. New Year show.
Okay.
Shows that the ship, the Atlantic 4, leaving the place where it said it was distressed. It was in distress. So, and we're talking about how government sat there for what 48 hours and did nothing about this, and now the ship is gone. Hoping it's still in our water. We're gonna arrest them. They shouldn't go. We gotta can lead us to a lot of information or something that we can do to solve their drug problem. We gotta came to drop off. That's exactly what they came to do. These guys came to drop off, or they came to pick up. It gotta be one of them. Madam Claudia, they get your take.
All right, so the hard truth is we, the journalists, have the responsibility to have information. Sometimes we have too much information, and it could put our lives at risk, and sometimes it could also, benefit criminal proceeding. So in other words, man can't talk all, but when it comes to the importation of drugs along the sea line, that is the number one way drugs enters into Liberia. Whether it be marijuana, it be cocaine, any other substance, it comes from the beaches. They have a mechanism that they have in place from the boat, from the ship to the boat, from the boat to the canoe, from the canoe to the divers, literally like divers that get in the water with the packages and swim all the way to the coast. Then another receiver receives it. So the government knows that drugs is one of the harshest reality of society. You can literally lose your life if you try to do any kind of trying to stop it or whatever. So knowing that the government probably didn't arrest the ship or try to get close to it, because look at the recent bust here on the highway. Guns were in their vehicle as well, meaning that they're ready at any time to have a standoff with the police. They're equipped, because you're talking about if I loan you $5 United States and you don't pay me back, I feel so bad. I can feel so hateful. I start thinking about vengeance, what I can do to you to make sure that you pay my money back. So imagine you're talking about millions of dollars worth of cocaine. People are willing to die for that. So I think when it comes to drugs in Liberia, it has to be handled from the street first before you get back to the cartel, because the cartel on that level is the heads of the enterprise. They are dangerous, very dangerous. But it's real. That is how drugs is getting in. The airport, that's just something they're doing. But literally it's brought in from the sea.
What can you tell us about IB Atlantic 4 Moroni, the ship that you got any info on that?
I'm gonna have to pass on that right now.
Okay.
Did you hear anything about the Coast Guards that went there, or if they found the ship?
Yeah, I have just give me about 5 minutes. I have a contact at the port. Let me text them and see what they say.
Okay, sure. So here's my next question, Mr. Lubo, and Moyu.
Yes.
How does it tie in? Does it not justify that we really step up the international engagement here? And I'm hoping our dear brother, Mr. Gay, the ANC, spokesperson, well, one of the spokespersons, and could come on set and talk to us about what Mr. Benedict, Benedict Cummings, Mr. Cummings, said during his a press conference. He said that this thing was beyond, just the Liberian setting. This thing was international, and we needed to bring people in, and we can see what he was talking about. The fact that we have, the IB Atlantic 4 Moroni, docking off the coast of Grand Cape Mount, and now it's leaving because of all the outcry, says that we are not just dealing with something small here, but dealing with an organized group. And I don't think Liberia, mind you, is in the position to be able to adequately, let the phrase you use, inundate these guys.
Yeah, just like I said previously, that the government needs to set up first of all, start with an organized crime task force.
But they already got one, though.
No, yeah, they've got one, but if you can count probably only maybe 3 agencies. But like I said, bring in specialized prosecutors from the Ministry of Justice to be part of that task force. Of course, the NSA, Customs and Port Authorities, Liberian Immigration Service, Financial Intelligence Agency. If we don't have one, we need to create one. Then, of course, the National Police Force and the LDEA. You got to. This thing is not a small thing. This can have an impact on our sovereignty. We saw what happened to Guinea-Bissau. There was a situation, and last time I was on, I mentioned state capture. The Latin American cartel, they captured that country. They were pretty much running it because all the government officials were in their pocket. Those guys are billionaires. Those guys that are doing it, if not billionaires, they got access to hundreds and hundreds of $1 million. Okay, this is not the old, Pablo Escobar cartel that we're looking at. When Pablo Escobar, he had everything under one roof. He was the man during the 90s, right? But when he was murdered, what happened? You had opportunists in Colombia, opportunists in Mexico, how they call the place, Ecuador, Peru, Venezuela. So his cartel broke up, but all these opportunists move in. And some of them were members of his cartel too. Everybody said, oh, but the big man gone now. So let's do our thing. And so they all have their, they just up the game. Because when Escobar was alive in the 90s, it was a very simple and easy thing to get stuff in Europe. You just fly there. But all the points, the smuggling points, the US DEA, Europol have identified. They identified when what's his name, when Escobar died. And so they stifle all those points that the drug smugglers used to use. And that's when they decided, well, why fly in drugs to Rotterdam? Why fly in drugs to Antwerp? Let's take it through Africa. Let's reroute it through Africa. Africa is a dysfunctional continent, as we know. There's always some war. So the guys, some of the drugs go through the Sahel region. The guys, they take it through the Sahel, and right there, once you get into Morocco, you're into Europe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they just, and like I said previously, we need help. You actually were saying the same thing. Mm-hmm. So reach out to, the United Nations, Interpol, ECOWAS partners, and then maybe the smartest thing to do is ECOWAS is to have its own drug enforcement arm. They don't have that.
Yeah, I think that would be a heavy lifting for them to do. The Pogans to get nothing right, nothing that shouldn't get right. They can't get a money thing right. They can't get jobs right. They can't even get security right. Drugs that we're bringing over to sea to get right. Yeah, I mean, we seem to be doomed on you. I'm telling you, man. But I for you, Mr. Nubo. What's your take on this?
Well, I feel that we are just not serious, and besides that, we are not concentrating on building our capabilities. So we remain at this for a long time. Someone was telling me that a drug that was floating years ago under the water in Fishtown. They arrested somebody from Fishtown, and one of the officials said, "Oh, you have released him, I will find out from him." They released a guy. A few days later, the guy claimed that his son stole $25,000 from him and went to the Ivory Coast. So, for us to come up to speed, it would take commitment. It would take patriotism, not people who want money in their pocket all the time. So that's what I feel, and some are saying, I have not read this anywhere, but I heard it on one of the talk shows that they are international experts in the country, and they want the case to be taken out of Liberia. I don't know how true it is, so I have not read anywhere. Yeah, so that's what I have to add.
Okay, maybe that's Ellis Cumming doing his work in the background. But anyways, I see Chris. Chris, can you say something? No, your microphone is good now.
Okay. Good evening. Are you guys getting me now?
Yeah, you're much better.
Okay, thank you so much. I'd like to say good evening to all of the panelists. We are good. To be here, and we will probably be part of the.
Chris, your volume is bad again. You gotta go and come back, my man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to your volume, but bad again. I'm sorry. Claudia, are you ready? Claudia.
Can you hear me?
Oh my God! Very like your connection is very bad tonight. Claudia, we can hear you, but you're breaking up. All right, Claudia, can you drop and come back, because we're not at this point, we're not even hearing what you're saying. Yeah. So here's what I wanna. My next question to that is this. Now, does it really, give the? At first, for me, now I was thinking, okay, this thing, maybe I did some guys didn't get a hand in this thing, man. You know what I mean? Who trying to make the extra bucks? Which is plausible. But to have this ship docking off the coast of Grand Cayman says to me there are a lot of fat cats into this thing. There are a lot of fat cats into this thing. Yeah. There are lots of fat cats into this thing. Because the logistics, and they got to be convinced that they have the contact to send such a massive ship to dock off the coast of Grand Cayman. Because that's a lot of money. You got to be this brave to do that. You got to know that, if something goes wrong, you can be able to untangle yourself, out of that situation and get out. Like what you're talking about, you said, the little, how they call the submarine in Sierra Leone. Yeah, you can take that kind of risk. That's a minimal risk. But if you put such a massive metal in the form of that ship, off the coast of Grand Cayman, you'll be seen. But then you're also convinced that if anything goes wrong, you can be able to get out. This is what I'm convinced that there are a lot of big hands in this thing. It can't just be, my man Quabo escorting, but we'll come to that part. But yes, that's what I wanted to say. Let go by the Claudia. Claudia, can you say something so I know your mic is good?
Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm here.
All right, you sound better now. Go ahead.
Okay, perfect. Basically, we know that the Liberian president and his family have literally beefed up security. Because though we have not really identified that video to be a real video, but they're taking on precautionary measures. We know that when it comes to the president, the AFL will be released. Previously on one of our programs, I did relate that the AFL have started playing a major role, such as the police, and crime and other mayhem that is going on. It was the Coastal Guard of the AFL. They were the ones that were sent on the site to the ship. But nowhere, no one, the PR of the AFL, no one has been able to say, drugs was on it, or we did this one, we did that one. And we know that the ship, like you said, is I think IB Atlantic. And if you can remember a few years ago, there was another ship, Blue Atlantic, if you can remember that. That was another major drug bust that they had. It was maritime, if I'm not mistaken. And on the high seas that intercepted that vessel that was coming to Monrovia. So in previous historical times, they have been catching these ships along the sea, but sea news never gets to us on land here. So we've not been hearing that. And also I can remember another time, the U.S. Coastal Guard as well, they did a bust as well. I can remember it was another ship that had a Liberian flag on it. It's not something that is strange because we see all these drugs. It has been happening in the past. But this particular vessel right now, we're not really sure. journalists are not sure, Waters are not sure because we know Bogota is one of the places that drugs come in fast because we have Gendema. We know that one. We go there, we put our passport, we pass. But they also have the swamp, the river on the banks, like 20 miles, 30 miles, 50 miles in, where you can literally cross from Sierra Leone into Liberia without no document, no nothing. Ken Self can cross you. You can bring whatever you want. And like I said, it's a syndicate of stuff going on here. We have players in the game that are there to intercept it, get it in, bring it in any kind of way possible. Sometimes they even traffic it with chickens, like a whole cargo of chicken poop and all can be on it. They don't care how it gets in, but it gets here. But one thing I want to bring to the attention of the public, this drug they call Kush has been a drug that has had a combination of cocaine inside of it. And literally, it has literally started to loss from in the market. People are looking all around for Kush right now. It's hard to find. So we're getting a little, a little red flag on the tramadol. In the past 1 month, 5 people have died on the highway from tramadol overdose. So the drug bust that occurred is not only affecting the government because they're playing a role of judging this case or whatever, but it's affecting the users as well because they're not having access to their drugs like right now. And I received some information from the mayor that the LDEA has even upped their mandate of really, literally, they're about to shake the highway, like literally shake it, because they know that there's more drugs somewhere. And it could be along from ELWA Junction all the way to Smell Notice. Marshall is somewhere around there. So they're going to be beefing up their Operation Big Fish or whatever they're going to name it. Spending one day, a complete entire day from ghetto to ghetto, community to community. So I think that we might maybe run across another discovery of drugs pretty soon. Because for every player they arrest, they're giving information. And everyone's information might go in line with another person's information. And that is how the agency is able to function and catch the rightful players. It's no longer chasing behind consumers who are smoking. They want the dealers who are buying it by the bulk, because through that now they'll be able to get the bigger players. So that's all I know from the military side point, because it was the AFL that actually went on the scene.
All right, great. Gentlemen, the time is 6:30, and this is where we go to the lines. But anybody want to share something quick before we go?
One quick question is, when our Liberian security got on that ship in Grand Cape Mount County, they didn't know what to look for, because ships like that carrying cocaine, the cocaine is just not out there visible. Sometimes they got it in a crate of bananas. They got it in so many. The ingenuity of those drug traffickers is just mind-boggling. That's when you see some of the stuff that they hide the drugs in when they hit Europe. It looked like banana, but it's not banana. You open it, you peel it. That's also cocaine laying in it. And they got like 1,000 crates. So that's why I'm asking. Our people don't have that sort of sophistication. So if they say they boarded the ship, what were they looking for? What did they see? Especially when they don't have training in that area. It's just a knee-jerk response, Oh, there's a big ship down there. Well, I think they carry drugs. You rush there. And people say, oh, we don't got no gas. I said, we're stuck here. So we just also lie. What sort of ship of that magnitude won't have enough diesel fuel?
Well,
And they took their word for it. They got off, and the people gone. I'm sure they will go to how they call it. It's Nubo. You are saying what they bound for what, Togo or Lomé or whatever. And eventually, that's just what would happen.
I feel that nobody boarded the ship.
Well, I thought you said. I thought I heard that. Yeah, we have people board the ship.
Okay, even the guy who claimed that he boarded a ship by himself, and I don't believe him. I don't believe him. He needs to be questioned. And if security get on the ship, some of the first thing they would do is to take pictures. Why the photographs that they brought from the ship? and Liberian military or police, I don't think the ship will stop them from taking photographs. Yeah. Except they want to tell me that they entered the ship and they got their cool water and they came back home. but in reality, they didn't see the ship. The ship had already left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Can I come in?
Yes, please. I'll do 30 seconds.
Oh, nice. Too bad.
So yeah. So as it relates to the ship, there was actually 14 AFL soldiers that actually got on top and got in the ship. They didn't just go and look. So like I said, there's been a dreadful video that wasn't, really authentic.
Okay, let's do this. You're giving very valuable information, but we're not hearing you. So can you let's take you in the second round when come out. Let's go to the lines.
Let her upload a video.
If you have the video, send it to me and let me start upload while you're talking. All right? But let's go to the lines for now and come back. Alex, take us to the line, sir.
Well, so for that's it here this evening, top 105.3. For those of you just joining us, we'd like to say welcome here this evening to the radio service of Teach Our People Communications Incorporated, top 105.3, coming to you live and direct from Zulu Whiskey's Radio City, Grangilla County, Republic of Liberia. We'd like to say keep it steady, don't you go away. At this point, we will go to the phone lines and hear from you this evening. Number support you through at 0776 105 105 881 14 3504 776 105 105 881 14 3504. The number support you through. You're going to be live here on the platform. And let's hear from you. Listen to the panel discussing the wiring issues. Is that we get you on here this evening. 0776 105 105 881 14 3504. You're going to be live here this evening on the program. I beg to differ. We take our theme song and keep it rolling as we await a call here.
I beg to differ. Liberia. My people like Taibo. Top FM 105.3, we on the air. Leader, shout.
0776 105 105 881 14 3504. The number support you through this evening. Let's hear from you.
Rock, producer, correct. Oh, tonight we beg to differ. I beg to differ, my people. If it's not correct, we go talk them so. From 9 o'clock till 12 midnight, we thinking are we ready to fight? No palava, no fear inside. Truth must stop, we not go high. God Mr. Chotubo, bring them sense.
0776 105 105 881 14 3504. 776-105-105, 881-143504. The number of support you through this evening going to be part of the platform here this evening. Let's hear from you. 776-105-105, 881-143504. You're going to be live here this wonderful time. Go to the phone line and pick up the first caller here in the line. Hello. Good evening, Mana.
How you doing, Alice?
I'm okay. And you?
Oh, I want to say good evening to the panel. I want to greet everybody that honor the sound of my voice. Oh, Alice, the people are not being good. My body, the weather giving me hard time, but I thank God tonight the way I able to go through. Something really doubt me. Even if nothing good, then we can't hear. Somebody can tell us to say the high looking. The police commander, the how they call him, say, the wiki now, the LHS Green, the Jeremiah Soka. And I'm going on anybody name, man. What happened ever since this thing happened? We can't hear nothing from any of them. They just, I mean, get in a shell and put Kogodolo in a mall. We can't hear from them. For what thing? For what thing? That day, the ball paroking, I mean, he went to the studio there, he was crying. And at that time, I was sick. I was lying down on my bed, boy. I was shedding tears with him. Why is that? That they the one we depend on in the county here. We depend on them to defend us anytime. But see what they're doing to us. When we hear from the people, we get in the third now. What time we hear from them? They're not doing all well. The people are not doing all well. All the government in the town we depend on, they let us down. They're not doing all well. Down to the so-called fair. The people let us down. So, that is all my son. That is I want to say. And I want to say, good evening to them. Let them continue to hold their heart. The people who hold their heart now, the heart say, their hand-headed, they want to lay down. For where? For why? Why they can't do all good? Thank you, my son.
Thank you for being part of the show. So for let's hear from you. Keep your calls coming in this evening. 0776-105-105, 881-143504. 0776-105-105, 881-143504. The numbers support you through tonight, and you're going to be live on the platform that beg to differ. Let's have you on tonight and hear from you. 776-105-105, 881-143504. We hold it there. Go on the line and pick up Bedekatu here this evening. Good evening, retired captain, and welcome to the platform.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening to Grandchildren, and good evening to our professors. Welcome in class. Thank you for having us. Mr. Wulu, we want to start off by saying this to the public. The issue about the people going missing in our county is something that all of us are taking to be very, very much serious as compared to any situation in our county. So what we did of yesterday, we were able to place a call to Senator Yaya Nimle and explain to him what occurred under the leadership of Representative Soka as a church chair, caucus chair, whom he left here with us in his voice. I'm bereaved. I'm going to town, but I'm leaving Sukan here with y'all to work with you people. So I explained all to him. What he said to me was that, Captain, please give me a day or two, and I will call you. If I don't call you, you should please call me back. So I said a day or two. Tuesday will be like your session day. And say, therefore, I'm not living. I'm not sleeping there. Mm-hmm. So we just want to say this to the public that we are still into this fight and will continue to be into this fight until the right thing is done. When it comes to our petition, mm-hmm. Yes, of course, we are on it. We are on it. We met with the parents. They seen yesterday, and the way we're preparing the petition, they too need to be involved with their own statement, if you may. Now, when it comes to the issue about the ship that was on the water of Liberia in Grand Cape Mount County, we called in this morning and said we will want to shift blame on the national security, because we security, we took oath to protect and defend the birth and life of this country. Civilians, they got nothing to do with it. That's why in the army we got the Navy, the Coast Guard. What are they doing? Or what have they been doing? Are they not patrolling over the water? Is that what somebody want to tell us? Because if they were patrolling, they would have come across that vessel long since, from the very day one of that vessel being underwater. Before day 2 to 3, information would have come out to the public. So where were they? You expect fishermen to go on top of the water, see strange vessel and go into out with the crew on that vessel? No, it's not possible. It is the responsibility of our water guard security to protect our territory on top of the water. Come and give us information. Why if those guys are under the water where people are kind of wage war on Liberia? You really think by this time we're going to be safe? So we should be on the national security, especially the Coast Guard. That thing they were doing, they put it in the other, they put it in boat, they go on the water, they go into the vessel, all those are sure. That's sure. The next thing I want to say again is that I doubt it for the deputy managing director of that port for operation to say he's not in the know of that vessel being docked on top of that water. I doubt it. Because all of them, obviously, they got computer there. They know exactly when ship enter our territorial land on top of the water. They in the know. They got their security there, in fact. That APRC season, they got their own security, free, all by themselves. They got director. That's why they put. You got seaport security there. You got the ISPS, the International Seaport Security, they are there. They are well equipped. When you see them like national police are also. What are they doing there? So we just pay them free money. They bury our flag free. Like I always say about the president, those kind of thing when it happens, the heads of the very institution, you finish packing your bag, and you go home. It means you are now working as well. But again, this too is Liberia. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much, Brother Katu, for being part of the platform. 0776105105 881-143504 are the numbers to put you through. We pick up 1 or 2 calls and then we go back to the panelists here and continue the show. 776105105 881-143504 The numbers of poetry going to be live here this evening on the platform. Keep your calls coming. Let's hear from you. 776-105-105 881-14-3504. 0881-14-3504 776-105-105. So I'm gonna give out about 1 minute. Let's see if we're gonna get a call. We have to go back. Not to keep our panel waiting here on the show. So 776-105-105 881-14-3504 are the numbers of poetry going to be part of the platform. Let's hear from you tonight. 776-105-105 881-14-3504. We have 1047. At 1048, I will hold it there with the call section and go back to the panelists here on the show. So put in your calls and let's hear from you. 776-105-105 881-14-3504 are the numbers, and you're going to be live here this evening. All right, so with no time to waste, we will leave it at this point. Go back to the panelists here on the show. Mr. Wright, let me say welcome back. Miles Meter.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wulu. Thanks to Ma Ani and Willa Katu for being the callers tonight. We appreciate your time. We appreciate all those who couldn't make it through, but I know you're listening, but you can't call in. But I also want to add to Willa Katu. This is my caller respond. We are also not just don't want to talk about an issue anymore, but we're having discussion in the back. I was going to talk about this at the end of the show, but I'm glad Ma Ani called and talked about it, and Willa Katu gave an update on it. Today I spoke with
Ma Anna, Mr. Right, Ma Anna.
Anna. Thank you. Ma Anna called and Willa Katu gave an update. I also want to say that I spoke with Mr. Bosa today. Mr. Bosa gave him an update. They are in connection with Mr. Sukkah, and they are going to give their report. They're not going to keep you in the dark. We're making sure that doesn't happen. They are going to give you their reports, Ma Anna and everybody. Today, we were supposed to host the Deputy Superintendent, Mr. Eric Bale. That was the arrangement from last week. But today, he got an emergency. He had to run to Monrovia, so we couldn't get him on the show. Hopefully, when he comes back, we can get him on the show. But we are doing everything we can, Ma Anna. The issue is not going to go like that. Trust me. All right? And I agree with the Katu, These guys got 2 speedboats. And so Claudia sent me the information. We'll put it up. They got 2 speedboats. They can patrol the waterways. They can patrol the coast. Why aren't they doing that? Especially in these times where we're dealing with drugs. We got that guy, the Belgian guy right there in Sierra Leone, bringing the team through Sierra Leone. They can use the coast. So you're supposed to be guarding against that. So how come you guys are not patrolling the waterways? How come you guys are not patrolling our sea coast? We have one of the longest sea coast in West Africa there. So we can also already see how vulnerable that place is if we don't take care of it. So we're exploiting, that vulnerability. And you got 2 beautiful speedboats. As we see when we show it. Beautiful. You could be using them to be able to do your job. But even when they tell you, say, we don't have, we got people over our coast saying, y'all stay in Morris, you're not moving. So where you get a boat for? So I agree with the Katu and all that other good stuff. Let's go around, gentlemen. Let's do our call analysis, and we'll come back and continue with the topic. Mr. Nubo, let's hear you, sir.
Yes. I'm grateful that making some progress concerning the missing boys. They should continue to make progress. And with respect to the ship is moving slowly, but it is closer to the coast of Sino than to the coast of Harper. But it's moving very slowly, and it is in exclusive, economic zone of Liberia, meaning that it is not currently in our territorial water. So it will be difficult, for Liberia to go after it now. So that's the current update I have.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Nubo. I go to you, Mr. Cassell. Moyo, your color update, your color response, rather.
Like what Mr. Nubo said, if it's off, it's not in Liberian territorial waters. So, but that doesn't mean that all is well on our end.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure what the Liberian government will do, and I don't know if they will do it, but that's what they need to do. That's the standard operating procedure. You call your next door neighbor. Here's what's happening. There's a suspicious ship that left our shores and is headed towards your territory. So, or even call Europol. Because I'm sure that ship, it just didn't dock in Liberia because it didn't have, as I said, they didn't have the fuel to move forward. So we'll get them fuel to move now. They said they didn't have enough fuel, but now they're still moving. So who provided the fuel? So right there, I mean, those are the sort of things, and we'll see this situation we're in now, we'll see it over, and those guys will try to overwhelm us. It will be sea, land, air. So we gotta be prepared for it. We got to be prepared. So that's the situation we're in. We need mission critical help because our borders are porous. I remember once, way back in the day, I went to do an interview, when I was a reporter, I went to do an interview at the Methodist Church in Nimba. And so Peter Wonoke, during that time, he was heading the Methodist establishment. He said, let's go to, there was some camp with the leper. He said, let's go to the leper colony and go meet, and see what we're doing there, as a church. So after that, he said, let's go take a stroll. I said, take a stroll where? He said, into Guinea. And we walked right from the camp into Guinea. I think we walked like 2-3 blocks. We didn't see one Guinean immigration to stop us. So I asked him, I said, but when I will get walk like this? He said, hey, yo. And that situation is still the same as we speak today.
Even worse.
Yeah. You look at Liberia, what our friends showed the last time, I mean, the porosity of the borders. And nobody manning those borders, and those gangsters in Latin America, they know that. They know that. They and the Liberian, collaborators. Now, another thing somebody said, I think it was you, Mr. Wright. Well, you mentioned that the fact, if you look at the scale of the drugs that they're bringing into the country, there has to be some bigger person within the ranks of government.
Yep.
That collaborating with these people. So President Walker needs to look within his circle. Look within his circle. Before you start looking at the men who selling kush on the street and all that, look within the people that you appoint to, these various agencies. There's somebody collaborating with these people and getting a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Thank you, Manju. Let's go to you, Chris Beware. Your caller response. Okay, let's go to you, Claudia. Caller response. Okay, guys, you're having difficulty. So let's go.
And the boat, the vessel is about 150 to 155 miles from the port of Greenville. Yeah. I think our territorial water is maybe 12 miles.
Yeah, I think that's not international standard.
Yes. And then 200 miles, that's in our exclusive or economic zone. Yeah. So I think we can stay. If we have muscle, we could stay in or flex our muscle.
Absolutely.
But we don't have muscle.
Flex. Boy, let me show you.
We have bones.
Look, Judge, I got to see this thing in the Rebel Wall. Look at it in the video where I bet you somebody take a look at the video for me. You'll take a very good look.
People talking about AK-47 that ain't come with pen knife.
So what is that you're showing?
That the video the man was this shows the boats that were going towards the ship to go inspect the ship
and seize it.
Look at it. Look at it how the two got work. Look at it here.
So we have total of
that's only what beads
14 by 12 sailors on the operation.
Why am I looking at something totally different here?
In total of 14 personnel.
I don't look at something.
They are expected to be to the targeted vessel in
the way things shaking
50 minutes. Considering the 6 states. So 6 states, yeah.
Y'all shut it. What that 2 sack is? All right.
So the team is about to pick up now.
All right. Do we have Claudia? So she can, unless she was saying something in regards to this.
Yeah, by the time they got on our boat, the vessel were around River Cess.
But I don't know what y'all picked up on that, but I picked up on something. The camera guy, whether he was assigned with them or he's a private guy, the guy was giving up valuable, information that he should not be giving out.
What he was saying?
He was saying the number of personnel.
Okay.
Yeah, you give me the strength of the of the force, and that's compromising the mission right there. The number one thing is to tell people how many people coming. That's the last thing you want to do. Yeah, but let alone even videotaping this.
But you think showing the picture of this boat they are using, or alone is not a compromise. Or
that's what I'm saying. They should
I mean,
never have a cameraman
the
around.
things shaking, you say going to waffling, you say going to capsize. That's why you taking to go capture a boat, seize a vessel. I mean,
no, but this is for operation. Now, this is an operational boat.
Oh, operational.
Yeah, because you can't carry the big one. They will see you coming.
Okay.
This is much faster, and is you are able to disguise yourself in easier than the big one, you know. So they usually use this one, and faster too. Yeah.
So what was the report? What was the report that they gave?
They didn't give any report, and it went different direction. They were going to keep my while the boat were in Riverside.
I mean, way on the other side.
Yeah, on the other side.
Oh my God.
The guys went straight to the boat, they didn't go different direction. It just they have to update the populate or the where they go to. But
you sure?
They went to the boat.
No, they didn't go there. They didn't go
But we still waiting the information they're going to update the public the canvas, but I don't think they went different direction. You just listen to the reporter. You just listen to the reporter saying they're going to take about 15 minutes to reach the boat. So I'm Mr. Nomose. Because they are out there reaching Mr. Nomose. They go different area. We don't know what's still holding them to update the public. Maybe they are there with them because, like, you just listen to the reporter talking about 15 minutes to reach the boat. So they're going to come back and tell us, say, yeah, this is why the people are here. But I think it just a negligent general own part of when it comes to the security and stand. And maybe people have to go there, get the citizen view, and then front you to run there.
Let me give you one example. Alex, let me give you one example. Please mute yourself.
Yeah, let me mute myself.
Around 10 o'clock, when I tracked the boat, it was beyond Buchanan. I took the screenshot. I sent it to Archie last night, and that's a screenshot I show on the night, or I show tonight. And they are around Sino, about 155 miles from the coast of Sino, the port of Greenville. And our boat went where? Cape Mount or York Island. So they were heading two different directions, and they will never meet.
Why Mr. Nomo that the people went different direction? How sure are you that people went different direction?
But I tracked the boat. I tracked the boat. Actually, I played playing last night.
Yeah, that's the thing. The people going west, why our people now, the security people going west, why they come in and going, south. Yeah. I mean that is completely opposite direction, man.
Two opposite direction.
How they got that's the thing. I mean, look at you, Georgie Ray in America here. Can you able to track that, get that kind of valuable information? I mean, look, they can redeem themselves only to come back in a few days and say, we boarded a ship.
We boarded a ship in Morocco. And the ship is in Togo.
They have to board a ship while we're in Grand Cape. We're leaving Grand Cape waters. But if they say the board, they say even in Buchanan, I got a problem. Because that means to turn around and change the ship. You know what I mean? So they gotta get their stuff together. They gotta get it together. It really don't look good. It really
left this morning, and up to now they have not made a report.
Yes. How come? How come?
And all of them got put down.
People.
They were in a boat or on a boat and fighting for sack of water. How do you say it? 2 for 5 or 3 for 10?
I know.
10 Liberian hours. That's what they were fighting for.
Really?
We are not ready. So sorry, Alex.
We're not ready, but we gotta be ready real fast.
No, I agree with you. Moju. We gotta get ready very, very fast because these guys got all the resources they need.
Yeah.
They got all the resources they need, like you said earlier, to overwhelm us.
Yeah. And we got all the problems that they look for in a country that they want to penetrate.
Yeah.
You know, the corruption is there.
Corruption, yes.
We barely have a coast guard, you know, an efficient coast guard to protect the shores. Our borders, anybody can just walk in, it's so porous.
No air force.
Some parts of it, there's no immigration at all, you know. And so all those factors make us like the perfect country for these people to victimize with their drugs. I mean, we got everything that they're looking for. Everything, you know, the border's not there. Crooked politicians, border guards that barely get paid, so you give them something good or $1,000. Oh, well, man can't go. Because those guys coming in trucks too. They're putting their stuff in trucks. You see trucks coming from other parts of Africa with the drugs in it. They already established that the manufacturing in Lagos, Nigeria, in the bush in Nigeria, they're doing it. They've got their labs in Nigeria already. They're Mexicans. So that's how you right there.
They can penetrate our interior counties. They come with a helicopter, and offload their stuff on a football field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they can do that with ease because there's nothing anybody can do about that.
They can add a few bags of rice and say, "Oh, that white people brought real rice."
Yeah, make it easy.
Yeah. I mean, when I was looking at a video with those guys, they had all the cases, and you see it look like banana. It's like 500 cases of banana. So one of the guys, the port official, took all the cases down. I told him, man, y'all open those cases because this thing coming straight from, I think it's a Uruguay. Coming from Uruguay. The first one, the man broke open, and he just sliced it open. He had a cocaine. And when you see it look like banana, that's it. The nice case, the same thing. I mean, those guys had like 500 cases of it.
Wow.
So, yeah. So they're very ingenious.
Yeah.
So don't be surprised. You will see, you know, rice coming to Liberia, you know, in a rice bag. You say, oh, you know, it'll come through, you know, bringing the rice from I don't know, wherever, Guinea or Ivory Coast and whatnot. So cocaine in it.
Yeah. That's good. So let's get Chris back. Chris, can you say something? I hear you. I mean, they want on you. I think you come out tomorrow. Chris. Okay. Yeah, here's the one. I mean, still on the same topic, but from a different angle. I feel hurt and seriously saddened and concerned for one of the commanders that was arrested in the drug bust. Commander Wadell Quabo. Wadell Quabo is a family. I can't say a brother, but he's a family. In 2018, I went to the library with Wadell Quabo that picked me up from the airport. Yes. While I was there, Maria Wadell Quabo, put on understand why I could walk in over worldwide just like that. But Wadell Quabo made sure that I was secure all the time. Very nice guy. And I'm saying this because I know that he would not put his career and his family safety, his family well-being at risk just like that. That is not Quabo. I believe that Quabo got instruction from some of the higher ups. I believe so. Quabo is not a reckless man. He's not. He's young, very intelligent guy. But he's not that reckless. And for 5,000 too? No, man. This guy's a young man. He's a young professional. Came here to Virginia, went to Paris, went to London, went around the world and got trained.
Archie, I beg to differ. Let's wait for the investigation before you say, if I know, I was not going to be defending him. So, I mean, just caution.
Yes, I do. I mean, I appreciate that. But I'm just saying on the surface. I'm not calling no name, but I'm just saying on the surface, he will not be this reckless. He has a family, beautiful daughter, beautiful wife, a very young family. He's in the church.
The wrong place.
Church investing over 3 ton. Okay. Let me get back on course. So I am shocked. I'm in shock that Wadell, knowing the kind of expertise that he has acquired, and young, can see a whole future ahead of him. And he was coming up in the police. You're one of the commanders. He was. And for one of the most busiest in a section of the police, the traffic division. And the guy was very proud of his work. He loved his work. No. He's barely off. You and Quabo together, you're sitting there, even you go to a restaurant, Quabo still pick on his phone. He's still talking to guys in the line of duty. That's how much the guy loves his job. Or loves his job. And so, just looking at the things from the survey, I don't know any facts. But I know Wadell. I know he's not a reckless person. And I know the connection he has in the police with all his bosses there. That's why I'm making this unsubstantiated statement. And I say it because I want to be very clear. I don't have any proof. But I don't think Quabo will be that reckless. Let me stop there.
What did this senator that Trump wanted to deal with, who put out an ad that in the military, when they give you wrong order, do not respect it. So if Quabo superior had given him order, and he felt that that was dangerous for the people of Liberia as well as the country, why he could not refuse it, why he had to implement it, why he had a place called. So the question is yours, Archie.
I mean, that's a great question. Again, that's what I made mention of the his proximity to leadership. I know this because the last time it was in 2018 while in Monrovia, there was a handover. He and myself was sitting in the same car. I was in his car when that handover was happening. And Gregory was handing over to the CDC guy. I forgot his name. I was ready to car to Quabo when that happened. And I could see how much you were trying to console, Gregory at the time. Yeah.
Now you exposing too much now.
I know, right? But you know what I have question.
2018 inauguration, we don't know who all were floating all the place. So they dropped it. It looked like it is inherited.
Yeah. Okay, I think I said too much. Let me close up. All right, let's go to Mr. B. Wayne. We'll go to Mr. Nippy.
It is the legacy you left behind.
Oh, yeah, right. Mr. We're trying to say something. I hear you, sir. I hope your connection is good now.
Okay, thank you so much.
Now, much better.
I've been at the back. Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, thank you so much. I've been following the conversation. It look laughable, but it's real. Yeah. I was just at the back laughing, but it's real. Liberia, like what just Mr. Nubo was saying, the blanket, the back of red, it is true. And one thing we Liberia need to do now is to change their attitude and the mind. Because if we Liberia, or if Liberia not protect Liberia, no one else going to protect Liberia. Where the boat is going and where are those who are going to the boat, where are they going? And why up to now we are not getting information? It's something that is serious. Our security department helping to even help other people who have, doing drugs business in Liberia, it becoming a troublesome. So, a Liberian need to wake up. It's very serious. If somebody coming from on a car, they give you small money as a Liberian, you certify with it. Even our borders are not well protected because any small thing can certify the Liberian people's security. The security that's supposed to be even the private citizen. So Liberians need to wake up. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. At least thank God too are getting better.
Yes, sir. Yeah, good to have you. Mr. Napier, hear from you, sir. Welcome to the platform.
The trend of the discussion this evening, but I have not been following. But from what Mr. Nubo said, and Chris has just said, if it is about the drug issue which you had as the topic, and what gratification people have in, like a journalist will take cartoon. It is unfortunate. It is seriously unfortunate when people in authority forget duty and service. When you are in service, the prime purpose of your being employed or assigned to a specific duty is to serve. And when you are serving, you have what comes to you at the end of a month. You don't have to take money unduly, money you are not entitled to, because someone wants you to aid and abet them in the commission of a crime. Once you have aided and abetted somebody, you become an accessory before and after the fight. And the punitive measure to be dispensed, you as well, the person going for 5 years, you can go for 5 years too. Unless you are a state witness in the instance issue, the drug, maybe government will try to have mercy. So I think if the gentleman about whom Mr. Wright had spoken, while he was in his car, and his director stopped by, and I don't know whether gifts were exchanged or something pleasant was given to the boss man or to him. It served a bad purpose and an ugly precedent. And this is why we are here in this problem. But I'm happy that the government, His Excellency, Joseph Yomabaka, was swift on his feet, even though there have been some delays. But some people are in custody. The director is hanging on a thread, and he's in what Catholic we call limbo. I don't know whether he's going to be purged before he's transitioning into limbo. For the president to make the appropriate decision, I don't know. But I think he should put the investigation on a speeded path so that those he called
Is it limbo or nimbo?
Sir?
Is it limbo or nimbo?
No, limbo.
Oh, okay. I thought of nimbo.
We have
Waka.
No, we have purgatory where the Lord purchases you. Then while he is in the decisive mood, he sends you to limbo. In limbo there, you have something like the Lord is thinking whether he can send you to hell. So His Excellency the President will do well to look at this thing with his critical eye, his third eye, because I know the man who is at the helm of this ship of state. We've worked together many years. I trust his judgment, and he's a person who is a suffering like a monkey. He's slow, but he's sure. So I know he will do the Liberian people due diligence because that's why he is there. You cannot be the one that's captaining the ship, and then you have your crew members that are trying to run the ship aground. It is incumbent upon the captain, therefore, to do the needful, such that we rein in and reprimand, be it the chief mate, be it the chief engineer, be it the deputy chief engineer, be it the purser, the controller of that ship. The captain is under extreme obligation given the gravity of the issues.
Which ship are you talking about? The vessel off the coast of Cape Mount, or what kind of ship are you talking about?
The shape of state. The shape of state. The shape of state. He is the captain on that vessel.
I thought that was a Cape Mount ship.
No, not a Cape Mount ship. And you know, I preempted his ascendancy. So what did we do when he won sometimes in, I think it was 2018 or so. No, not 2018, 2008 or so. When he came to America, we negotiated with the people in Washington, D.C. to put his hands on a vessel. And he steered the vessel very well. So I have no doubt that he can do the same with the state. Because you cannot have a hat on your head and somebody is trying to put a hook in that hat to take the hat off your head. And he is accustomed to wearing hat now. So we want to make sure that we encourage him to have that hat well on his head. That such incidents like people trying to disturb his administration, he will put a halt to that. Because this is the second time that we are having a drug case up to 300,000. Yes, 300,000. 100,000 in 2021 or thereafter. And then 200,000 being found on the beach in Harper, Cape Palmas, where a notable gentleman and his spouse wasted no time to go spend time in Harper, Cape Palmas.
May I interject again?
Yes, sir.
I mean, if you bring 300,000 from Weir Time and bring over 300,000 from Boaca, $300 million from Weir Time and over $300 million from Boaca Time, is like what the children do is say, I will pay my debt. So is everybody paying his debt?
No, it's not paying his debt. In context, what I'm saying is that we have had this kind of ugly behavior preceding the administration of His Excellency Joseph Newman Boaca. And come his tenure, you have the same equivalent amount of cocaine. So it is not during his administration that 300,000 worth of cocaine has been exposed. So if you're talking about, we're talking about 60% or 62% of $1 billion, which has been sort of transiting in Liberia to go to different countries. That is not a welcome thing. And I know he decries that very vehemently. He is not happy. He is not happy. I want to stop there to listen to further conversation. Then I can have an input again. Thank you so much.
Well, actually, maybe you need to take. Oh, okay. Maybe I need to take you at the back to the back where we started from.
Right.
There was a ship off the coast of Cape Mount, and the ship came from Guinea-Bissau,
right,
to the coast of Freetown, and then to the coast of Cape Mount.
Right.
They were there for, I would say, over 48 hours.
Right.
Liberian government did not dispatch any group there. It was only this morning that they dispatched a group. And by last night, I sent the picture to Aichi. By last night, the ship has already passed the port of Buchanan. And it is around Sano, about 155 miles off the coast of Sano Port. It's heading to Togo. And our people that we send on the field to go and seize the ship, they went Cape Mount. while the ship was around the river cess. So that's why we grew up with this saying here, wood kill rod. I mean, like,
but let me interject there. Let me come in.
All this saying here, they didn't take action until the ship passed Monrovia.
Thank you so much. And one of the dilemmas in which we find ourselves is the absence of the Coast Guard. We have the Coast Guard base, what they used to call North Beach, where the Ecomore base is. The Coast Guard base is there. But you cannot have men in uniform with all the appropriate gadgets for them to use. And the absence of the gadgets make it so important for the government to speedily consider bringing something like the PT-109, which the late President Kennedy was the pilot of. And in the 70s, we had, just adjacent to the Mesovac Group of Company Pier, the Coast Guard had more than 7 boats. I mean, now that thing I saw, thank you for sending the boat there, what the people are talking about. They got 2 sacks of water, they should put sacks of water in each of the boats. I'm not talking about that thing. I'm not talking about that thing where they were in yellow life jacket. You can't go to deep sea with that thing there when you're in uniform, you got raffle and all that kind of stuff. It's unfortunate. These are the security challenges that the country has. And if the people in the sector were thinking proactively, they will be able to handle most of these things before they happen. They'll be able to handle most of these things. Unfortunately, people who are versed in the area and have vast experience are not there to complement the effort or to advise the president accordingly. We must have a Coast Guard. Just like the other day I said, it's time to start recruiting men from all countries. To start wasting time. There's certain information I cannot put on the radio because they're confidential. And I keep it as that. But we have to do justice to ourselves and advise the president accordingly. My friend Kofi Woods cannot be the advisor on security. National. The thing is national. That's a huge adjective there. What kind of affairs? National security affairs. That's a huge adjective. So that adjective compels him to think strategically on those things and not to travel with the president only for traveling. And I know he's hearing my voice. I know he will hear me. And somebody will pass that information. It's not to travel with the president. You cannot be a national security advisor. And you're not doing the needful. The army is the numerical strength of the army is not acceptable. It's not acceptable. The Coast Guard, it's not. My uncle Morris Massacre was one time the assistant minister for Coast Guard Affairs. And Morris made sure that the Coast Guard had boats. When Wiaka Peters was there, Colonel Wiaka Peters, the former chief referee of LFA, he made sure that the Coast Guard vessels were augmented. That's what we are talking about here. Because national security is not one of small little things. That position is a heavy position. It's a serious assignment there. It's a serious assignment. You have to understand the very levers. When it comes to national security business, you have to understand that. I agree he's a lawyer. And so now I gotta talk to my friends to make sure that they get all the box. He has a he's a legal luminary.
Let me ask you this question then, Mr. Nipe.
Come in, shoot.
do you think that and I agree with you, the guy is non-existent, okay? He's in the position and you hear nothing about it. All of these security lapses are happening. Now, how do you make up the fact that prior to the drugs being burned, we didn't hear from the National Security Advisor to the president about the possible burning of the drugs? Instead, we heard from the EPS director. What do you have to say about that?
The EPS, I mean, sometimes these guys will find they want to be like the court or the legislators to say your statement was contemptuous. No, my statements are intentional. My statements are made because I've been there long before any one of them came around. I've been there long. I know the ropes long before the EPS director got nothing to do with that. Because that play where the EPS director sits, the first person there was Kojo Kondua. Kojo Kondua was a police officer. The entire sector started with the Liberian National Police Force. Onotik Robert Thompson. But then there was a need to create an organization that would be exclusively for the presidency. The presidency and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Minister of Justice, Unit 10, the Deputy Speaker, and the First Family, the Vice President. That is the purpose of the SSS. I don't know whether during my time doing from Kojo Kondua to Mr. Bestman to Wilfred Clark, etc., etc. I have not seen them melt into cocaine cases or drug narcotic cases.
I mean, like you said, it is a national security issue, and so you want to hear from the National Security Advisor to the president.
That's what I'm coming, because the reason why you ended on the SSS director being given the information about the burning. Mm-hmm. No, that's completely outside his purview.
Yes,
it's completely outside. If you say the NBI, like sometimes we used to do some covert operation with NBI, National Bureau of Investigation, fine. If you say which has more forced into what you call the NSA, National Security Agency, which is a covert operational agency, and the Executive Action Bureau, the Honorable Human Baker, we work with those agencies. So we know exactly what a National Security Advisor ought to do, should be doing, must be doing. In this case, the information should have come from the National Security Advisor to the President, all the reports coming to him. He talked to the Minister of Justice, armed him with sufficient information. The information from the Minister of Justice, he's the chief legal person. So you know the bandwidth of all of these things here. And the Justice Minister will go out with the advisor, with the Director of Police, with the NSA chief, and go and brief the chief. I do not know whether the President of Liberia, like before, has had or is having a daily briefing. I don't know. Before the President when the President wakes up, bam, and gets to that mansion there, for confidentiality reason, classification reason, the report is never laid on his desk to go in there with him and discuss the report. He must listen to that report. What has happened during the 24 hours, what is going to happen in the next 48 hours, what is going to happen during the course of that week, what it might be happening during the course of that month. So they will have segmented the reports so that all of the pieces of information are inculcated in a comprehensive briefing. Well, if the president doesn't have a patience for that, you can summarize the report. You can summarize the report. But I don't think they're doing that to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Liberia. If they are doing that, then they will be far ahead of this crisis. Because
I reach you on a show earlier. We're going to make it because the whole now we've been talking, security issue. You would have been a de facto, guest here. So let me ask you this question. I know maybe Mr. Nubo asked the question.
If you see me, you can see right now. You can see the wheel. I've been driving.
Right.
Like I said, because of Liberia, because of my people, because we have two former presidents. We cannot lay down on just lay down and forget about Liberia. There are people in the community who want to castigate the presidency. There are people that want to downgrade it. There are people that who want to make sure it destroys. But if your father's house is on fire, you the children gotta make sure you look for water, look for sand, wet the blanket, and put it on that fire to smother the fire from becoming an inferno. You see? So I've been driving and I apologize to people in Grand Jida in the radio landscape and those of you on set. I sent a message that I would have come, but I didn't know that traffic would have prevented me from coming on set. So I made a conscious decision right away. I said, no. It's better because normally I go into the chat room and I just read even the apologies from the former vice president, Yeke Koruba, and all those kind of stuff. I read and just get adjusted with some information. You see?
No, but that's okay. We appreciate you making the time, seriously. But I want to go. I think Mr. Nubo probably no, he briefed you on it, but I want to now bring it back to you in form of question.
Please do.
What do you make of the fact that we are talking about the whole issue of drugs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that one of the guys that were dismissed by the president, I think he is the police guy. I think he's the police officer as well. Mr. Mac Egon is E-G-O-N.
Egon.
Yeah.
Mac Egon.
Mark Egon, whatever the last name, Kiyu or whatever it is. But anyway, you know who I'm talking about. This guy.
Wait.
Right. This guy requested a permit to have the IB Atlantic for Morian dock at the Freeport of Liberia prior to his arrest and dismissal. The question then becomes, Mr. Nippet, and help us to understand this. Won't you think that we would have investigated this guy past to know everything that he did up to his arrest, so that they can be able to understand the extent to which he was involved in this and how much he has compromised the country's security or the agency that he works for?
Let me give you a
48 hours. Except who permit or requested for by one of the men you guys arrested, and it's just set up for an hour. Nobody did nothing. I mean, explain this to how it happened, man. How is it possible?
Let me give you a composite picture. Let me give you a composite picture. During our time, whenever there was a ship to birth, the master manifest contains everything on that ship.
Correct.
Especially those that are coming within the bailiwick or confines of the Republic of Liberia. The National Security Agency should have a copy. The Liberian National Police should have a copy. Defense Ministry should have a copy. And the advisor to the president must, and let me be emphatic on that, must have a copy. Why do they have this copy? They have this copy in advance of the ship coming. to have a fair sense of what is contained on that vessel. If 20 container 30, 20 foot or 40 foot coming to land in Liberia, they must understand what the contents are. And all of the people assigned at the port must go there. In most instances, there will be a covert operation to understand what is coming from the port of shipping. The shippers, who are the shippers, what kind of consignment they are shipping in correlation with what is on the vessel. So if they say they're shipping soap, for instance, what people said they were shipping lapa and the lapa turned into cocaine. You make sure that your people will be looking for soap. Any other thing on that container, you arrest it, impound it, and you search it. Now, I don't know where an agent, where an officer will get into shipping matter, and he's not working with the NPA. He's not at the helm of the Liberian National Police. He's not the advisor. No. Because for vessel to come, it has to be done by and through the maritime affairs. But the people at the maritime affairs themselves, they are just limited to those ships that fly in Liberia vessels. They are not interested in what is coming into Liberia. So you have some kind of sum up problem that everybody don't know what they are doing. And so the president takes the blame at the end of the day. But the president should not. He has these people in authority. They must be there to do their duty. If you dare to draw water in your family home, you are charged with the function. Every morning you go to the government toilet.
How possible it is for all the agencies that you just named to not have noticed this ship on the coast of Grand Cape for 2 days? How?
Due diligence. The shortage of applying due diligence, that's all. And I can read in that way with the absence of the kind of boats that the Coast Guard need. So this conversation is geared towards opening the eyes of the government, what they need to know about the patrolling of our various ports, and not only our various ports, because before the vessel comes, the harbor master is aware. The man at the Freeport, the operation manager, is aware. The agency responsible for shipping, like maritime affairs, is aware. They manifest. Like for instance, the former director of police, Mr. ATT, Anthony T. Toba. He was there. And because he was former director of police, he made sure that these things will not happen in Liberia. He made sure, Anthony Toba Davis, thank you, God. He made sure these things were not happening. So in collaboration with the sector that has responsibility with all ships flying Liberia flag that will be betting in Liberia, before the ship come, all of these exercises should have been concluded. And the agents are present. So this young man here had nothing to do with requesting permission for a certain ship to land. Now far beyond, I mean, he's not in that bandwidth of authority to have done such a thing. He should not have done that. It's like me working as a political officer and I want to control the mission as if I were an ambassador. No, I can't do that. I will not even do that. I can't do that. I shouldn't do that. Because my advice is to just look at what the political landscape of the United States is, how they are trending, how it affects Africa, it affects Liberia, and then report. And take guidance always from the ambassador who is at post. Because the ambassador represents the president. In this case, he has somebody over him. Why should he be, unless he were a director, and if he were a director, he's supposed to know. We have legal and illegal order or instruction.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, Mr. Nippy, I really, yeah, thank you so much for, coming on. You really brought this home. We got 8 minutes to go. So I'm going to hold you. I'm going to keep you last again. I'll go around the table, and then you can just bring everything home, once we're done. Mr. Caso is busy in the back, but I don't know whether he's back with us now. Mr. Nubo, let's come to you for a closing, sir. Mr. George H. Nubo.
Thank you. That was a good show. Maybe I did not read the article carefully, but in the front page article, they did not name this particular ship. And that's the clarification I wanted to make.
No, but they got but Mr. Nubo.
Yes.
They got the ship image there.
No. The ship here image is superimposed on that article, in that article. That's what it did. But when you look at the verbiage, you will not see the name of the ship. That's how Liberian people report now.
That's very unethical. Okay.
It's unethical. Okay. And yet something I just glanced at. I mean, it sounded like you, Senator Daba Vapla. Say God isn't making new drugs cartels and dealers. The same people who operated in the past are bent on keeping the wheels turning. So to me, it sounded like you. She is here, senator now, elected by the people of Kemau, blaming the past government, the previous government. And it means that we don't have to do any investigation. Let's go and arrest all the CDC memos and the CDC well wishes. I don't think that is the way Liberia needs to go. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nubo. Yeah, that is very unethical from British Africa, and I mean, that's how far from people. I'm not gonna give them they lose their respect of me right there. I hold Rodney and people in the very high. So he's a friend, and for you to do stuff like that. But I don't know. I'll look it up when we leave the show just to make sure. Mr. Beware, and I'm going to send you a text for that.
Yes, indeed. I'd like to say thanks so much to all of our listeners and panelists. That's what I said earlier, that Liberia needs to wake up. Just like what happened, most of the platform we follow, most of the newspaper is from Africa, but I think that was a mistake, and they need to rectify it because we got high respect for them, and it's something that every media, ally need to be doing. We don't have to make them mistake. Liberia facing a lot of problems. Yeah, Liberia facing a lot of problems. So if those we expect will not come up with the proper information, I think it's better that you not come up with it. But if you bring it in a way that the people will be left in limbo, then it become a problem. But however, I know that things are getting better, and every one of us, we need to fight when it comes to transforming Liberia. I'd like to say thank you so much, Mr. Wright, Mr. Christopher J. Nipe, Mr. Numo, Mr. Kaxel, Mr. Wuru. I'd like to say thank you, and all of our colleagues and our followers and fans out there. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Ware. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Okay, Mr. Kaxel, you back?
Yeah, I see his photo.
Yeah, but he pushed that in the private chat that he was taking calls.
Maybe he's still.
Yeah, I think he's still taking calls. Okay, let me, Mr. Nippy, let's go to you, sir. In the last 3 minutes we have.
Would like to apologize to our people in Grand Juda County and beyond its environment, and to the radio and television audiences. They're coming late, but I tried to do some other activities that ran into the time for us to come on set. I let her borrow the phrase or language from Little Chris. We have to change our minds and change our attitudes and start talking about money, because we all will leave all that thing there right here on earth. I remember a billionaire. If you were living, I think he would have been the first billionaire in the world, Jay Porgetti. Porgetti owned TWA, which my friend and classmate Patty Williams was one of his pilots. And to Patty, if you are listening to me, to us, I want to convey to you our profound condolences for the passing of your son, and may his soul rest in peace. Dr. and Williams as well, the mother. Chris is a young man who, he and Mr. Wuru, when they are on the show, they come with something invaluable. They know that the future is theirs to protect. And who knows tomorrow when they start to travel outside of Liberia, what will happen to them? People will think that our country is a gateway for international trafficking. And I try to tell people that no. We can't treat Liberia like that. We owe everything to Liberia. Our very existence, we owe it to Liberia. So we have to do those things that we made the good name of our country golden, respectable, highly respectable. Then to undercut all of its gains since 1847. We cannot do that. So it was a good show. I'm sorry I came on late and I apologize. But I hope we could revisit the subject matter. And it's a good thing Yaga has finally heard what I've been writing. I've been telling him that traditionally he belongs to the Paro Society. And in the Paro Society, you cannot run faster than the elder.
All right.
You become very submissive. And our former vice president, we want to thank her for being a statesman, stateswoman, and giving the appropriate piece of apology to His Excellency the President. Because I'm sure the reason why she did that, she will not want to become president tomorrow, and people start talking to her in any way, shape, or form.
Thank you.
I commend them, sir. It was a good show. Thank you
so much. Thank you so much. Same here. It was a great show. Mr. Nubo, I urge you to take another look at the article. Okay. Paragraph 4 under the subheading "Something Passed at Sea." the second sentence under that subheading. It's mentioned there. It's mentioned.
Okay.
Vessel
No.
approach the Atlantic.
Let me come in. He says.
Okay.
He says he has the communication. So the right thing to do is when you are quoting the communication, there you must put the vessel name in. You have the letter I wrote to you, and you quoting paragraphs from that letter. In that quotation, if I talk about this IB Atlantic forward,
you gotta put it in.
It will be in a quotation. But
Right.
that's what come in my mind, or it's something that is subjective. Yeah.
Right.
All right. I want to say you guys lost me there because I tell you we're talking about.
Actually, I've been here writing here for some time.
No,
When you are quoting somebody, when you say something,
You gotta say exactly what it is.
when you say something and I'm quoting you, I have to quote exactly what you say.
How you doing, darling?
Quotation mark.
Absolutely.
All
right. And he did not do that.
Who? Oh, Ronnie.
Ronnie, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. They're not two different talking now. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's why he wrote to mention his ship name or that tautology from his end.
Oh yeah. If that's the point, of course, I agree with you. Yeah, that plagiarism, of course, you against all these things. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, gentlemen. Thank you very much. It was a great show. See you back at tomorrow, same time. I'm hoping we'll talk to. Judge, send that information in the chat room, and I finally spoke to the guy, to Didi McLean, the CDC chairman who resigned Granger County and left the party today.
Wait now, is this not old news?
No, not today. The mail will probably be our guest tomorrow.
Yeah, I thought somebody resigned from there before.
Oh no, they want the big one. They want the chairman said. They don't want our members.
And did you read the article where people from Texas, people from I think Iowa and Minnesota, boycotted?
Oh yeah, because of violation of their
constitution.
Yeah.
You don't take power. Yeah, you're violating your own constitution.
Okay.
And your finger.
When the leaves start falling from the tree. When the leaves are falling off the tree, then you know the tree ain't got no chlorophyll to make the leaves green. So the root will also fall.
Okay. Well, Mr. McLean, we'll look forward to see you on set tomorrow. I'll call you so we can be able to do the schedules correctly. Thank you guys so much. Same time tomorrow. See you. Bye, Mr.
Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.
Well, a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So that's his voice, and of course that's his here this evening on Top 105.3. At this point, we take break to be right back tomorrow, same time, same station. Do have yourself a wonderful day, and join us tomorrow morning on the program, The Top Morning Talk.
TOP FM